So I'll be showing y'all the most simple and easy macro that really anyone could do in this game. Like, you don't have to record it for like 5 minutes or whatever a stage takes. It literally takes like 10 seconds max. 10 seconds max. It's so simple, like anyone can do it easily. So yeah, I'll just be showing how to do it in all the raids, since you know people farm rerolls from the raids overnight. And the unit that I'll be using, that I personally think is one of the better units, is Yolkiora. Now Yolkiora used to be able to solo the Naruto raid, and I don't know if he can anymore after the map got like smaller or something. I don't know. I haven't played raids since they made that change, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, you don't need glitched on this guy. I have him glitched because, well, I don't know. But you can also use someone like Benimaru. We'll take Benimaru as well here as an example that you can use in some maps. You can only use Benimaru on some maps. Well, technically you can use him on like all maps, but if you follow this simple guide that I'm gonna do, you don't have to move your character or anything, because that's just easier and that's just gonna be the way. But yeah, what you need first is the tiny task. Now you can find this one on tinytask.net, and it's something everyone uses, so yeah, shouldn't be any problems with it. And you can like download the file after you're done, like the recording. Now I don't really do that because it takes like 10 seconds to set up, so I don't really want to download it. It's just a waste of space. But yeah, recording hotkey I have on F8 because that's like the only one that doesn't do stuff on Roblox when you press it. And playback I just have on F12 for now. I'm changing it to F8 when I'm done. And make sure to always have it on top and continuous playback. And that should be about it. I have play speed on 2x. You can have it on 1x. Really depends on how long the macro is. But I just have it on 2x just to make sure it clicks retry before it sends me back to lobby. So we're gonna go in here and I'll start off with Marineford X6. This is gonna be the easiest one. So we're loading in here and we don't want to move our camera because the tiny task won't detect that, or the macro, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, as you can see, we cannot place Benimaru on this map. There's no air placements. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait until we have enough money for Yolkiora, which is gonna be on wave 3. And basically when these guys over here stop spawning, you're just gonna start your macro like right away. We're gonna look and there they stop. So I'm gonna start the macro now. I'm gonna spam place Yolkiora and he should be placed now. I'm gonna click here, click on him again. Just click a few times and make sure you like have the upgrades there. And then I'm just gonna click like right here where the retry button should be. And that's basically all you have to do. That's really it. I'm gonna stop the recording there. It got a little longer than it usually is for me because I had to like slowly do it to show y'all. But yeah, usually you can get that done in like 15 seconds max. And now I'm just gonna let it run here quickly. I'm not touching my keyboard or anything. As you can see, it's doing the same as I was before. And it's clicking the retry button now. And then it's gonna click back on the Yolkiora here soon. It's on 2x speed. Okay, well, did I not set it to continuous playback? I did. Okay, for some reason it stopped. I guess we can just do this. Click F8 again, and yeah, you can try putting it to 99999 max, just if the continuous playback doesn't work. For some reason it doesn't do that for me. I don't know why. We can see again, clicking retry button, and now it should be clicking the Yolkiora again and upgrading. If yep, upgrading again. That's really it. Yeah, it's that simple. So I'll be back here when it's about to finish, and I'll show y'all that it's gonna click the retry button and it's gonna just set up itself again. Okay, so we're here at the end now, and now it should be clicking retry. Yep, there we go. So yeah, loading into a new game. That is really it. That's how simple it is. Now it's gonna start over again and do the same thing. That's really the Marineford raid. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. It's the easiest raid, so let's just get to the Hell City, I think it's called. Now for the Hell City one, I'm pretty sure you can bring an air unit. So as you can see here on this map, it is a little better spawn, but something you might notice when you try to make a macro is that you cannot place a ground unit. I don't know why it's like this. The ground unit is like on top of you for some reason. I don't really know why you can't place it anywhere, so we're gonna be using using Benimaru for this, and even Benimaru looks really laggy for some reason. He's like switching between the hill and on top of my head for some reason. Now this dude we can place in wave 1, so I'm just gonna start the macro now. Press F8, and then I'm just gonna try to spam place him. It's a little hard because it's like switching between 2 placements. And then I'll just click on him, click upgrade, I'll click again where the upgrade button was, and I'll do it again. Then I'll click here on the retry button, which should be about here. Okay, now this is a bit more zoomed in, but I think it should be around here. And I just ended the recording, so now we're gonna change the recording button to something else, and then the playback to F8, and I'll just, you know, let it run. So we're on wave 19 here. And I'm just gonna start the macro again, and it'll show you all again how it just clicks retry. I think I aimed it at the retry button. It should be like around the same spot if I'm not mistaken, even though it's a little zoomed in. I did click a few different places, so it should be fine. And wave should be ending really soon, right? Okay, there we go. It ended, and let's see. Okay, yeah, already teleporting. It's trying to teleport me. It still says already teleporting, so I guess my Roblox is just slow. Just gotta wait until it okay, there we go. So yeah, and it's just gonna start doing the same thing again. You know, it's the same recording. It's gonna place Benimaru like I did, if it can do that. Yeah, there we go. And it's gonna try to upgrade. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, so that is Hell City. It's a little harder, and it has around the same drops, so unless you're going for like Sun Jin Woo or something, I think you should just do Marine out of these two, not gonna lie. Let's just get ready for the Demon Slayer one is the next one, I think. Alright, so I am gonna go ahead and go into Snow Capital now. Yeah, Snowy Capital, oops. Yeah, for this one I'll be using Yolkiora again. Snowy Capital is the one I usually macro actually, and I have been macroing a lot. I have over 700 raids played in total. Of course, most of them are macro, so yeah, let's just get into Snowy Capital. So as you might notice when you load into this one, this spawn is terrible. Like this spawn, you can only see the front of the path, but if you know the map, you know you can place like Yolkiora right here, and he's gonna hit the path because his range is so insane on placement that he's gonna hit it. And I'll start the macro here again on wave 3 because it is a bit easier when you can place the unit down to like hit the upgrade button. So we're gonna start it here. I'm gonna place Yolkiora like right here, right where the retry button is actually. I'm just gonna spam it, and then I'm gonna click again, upgrade, gonna hit the upgrade button again just to make sure, and I'm just gonna click like here, even though it's not really needed, and I'm gonna stop it because when you place him, you're basically clicking where the retry button should be, and that is basically how you can tiny test that. So if we go ahead and switch that, and there we go, it will be doing this over and over again. I'm gonna show it quickly. It's gonna be trying to place him, and it's trying to upgrade him now. Now the reason I like upgrade multiple times is because sometimes the macro is gonna be different, so I'm like sometimes try to upgrade without the UI being there. So you know, there's like multiple scenarios where it would upgrade. It's kind of hard to explain, but it makes sense when you see the macro. Like right now, you know, 2 other times it missed the upgrade button, but that's kind of because that was how I set it up, so it's never gonna miss the upgrade button. It's always, well, usually gonna be on the second try. And that is basically it. As you can see, he's gonna start looking over to the start soon. Yeah, now he's looking over to the start soon, and I haven't died yet, so he killed all the starter enemies because his range is that good. So yeah, I mean, this is just gonna continue, and we'll wait until wave 20 again, see him retry, and yeah, that's it. Alright, so we're on wave 19 here, and I'll just start the macro again. Yeah, I just turned it off so I can go watch some YouTube on the side while waiting for wave 20. But yeah, it's just gonna be upgrading here. Yeah, click the retry button, see that's how fast it was. So yeah, you can see that worked, and it's just gonna do the same thing again where it places Yolkiora. It spawns me in the same place. It's really that simple. I don't think you can use Benimaru for this unless you want to move around, which in my opinion, it's just too much work, and it's a higher chance of failing. So I just prefer Yolkiora for this. Now, let's just move on to the last raid, which is Leaf Village. I don't really know how hard that one is now. I have not tried it, but I'm just gonna use the same strat as I used before, and hopefully it works. So if this still works like I think it does, the Leaf Village raid, I'm just gonna be bringing Yolkiora because he was the one I used before, and it should still be the same, hopefully. Alright, so we do spawn at the same place, but already now the map does look a bit smaller, so I'm not really sure if I can do this with Yolkiora anymore. I might have to try to use Benimaru and Yolkiora here. So I'm just gonna start the macro right away, and I'm gonna be placing Benimaru here, and I'll quickly do this thing again with upgrades. So there we go, and I'll just be trying to spam place Yolkiora now, and hopefully I can get money before it's too late. There we go. And now I'm just gonna upgrade again. There we go. Try multiple times, and I'm gonna click the retry button, and yeah, I'll stop the macro there. I have it on 2x speed, so it's gonna be around 12 seconds. Gonna change recording to that, playback to F8, and I'll just make it do this over and over again, and hopefully nothing got through. I do have the 50% totem buff, by the way, so I did actually make a mistake here. You're not supposed to actually upgrade Benimaru because Yolkiora is not gonna get to his Cone AoE, which is a multi-hit, if you upgrade Benimaru. So if you use the same 2 units as me, I would recommend only upgrading Yolkiora. Benimaru is just to start off the waves and get Yolkiora placed down. And the boss actually did get through with like 1/10 parts of its health, so I could have killed it if I just did it right. So we are nearing the end here, and we would be dead by now if something got through in the start, which yeah, it clearly didn't. So we're good here, and I did put it in speed up because I probably explained it doing the speed up too, but yeah, I just want to make sure y'all don't think I'm like doing anything while I'm not recording. This is pure macro on the Leaf Village. Some of y'all might think it's impossible to macro, but it's really not that hard. Hopefully we do kill the boss now that the map is a little smaller. I think we still can because Yolkiora's range is insane. It does have a lot of HP. I am starting to get a bit nervous here. Hopefully it's enough. Let's wait and see if it is. Yolkiora is probably still attacking. Okay, yeah, it has 71 million, so if you just get a soul for Benimaru, you can kill the boss. Now this does require good units. Yeah, if I just had a soul on Benimaru, I have the Baldy one on Yolkiora. If I had one on Benimaru, I would have killed that 100%. Or you can use another unit. Who's maybe better? Like Tatsumaki maybe, just for the slow. So yeah, if you just put a soul on Benimaru or like Tatsumaki, maybe use her instead, I think it's gonna be a lot better. So that is the time task. I know I failed the Leaf Village one, but if I just had a soul on Benimaru, I would have done it. Like what could be good for him? Maybe the SPA damage one, and there's also like godly souls and stuff in the game now that I have not really been grinding for. That could also probably be good, like this one. I'm not sure if that works for Black Flames or only normal, but that one could probably be good. Or you can just use a unit like, if I used my glitch Tatsumaki, I could have probably done it. Who else could be like a good unit for this? Maybe you can like in the tiny task, you can make sure it places Gojo but doesn't upgrade him, just so you have that infinity bubble. There's a lot of units that you can use for this instead of the ones I used, but I just personally think Yolkiora is like the best one for tiny tasking. But Leaf Village is never gonna be 100% win rate no matter what unit you have. That's why I just recommend doing Snowy Capital. And that is basically it for the video. Hopefully, I know I failed the last one again, but I hope it was still helpful and you can just change your team and put on souls unlike I did, and it should be fine. Again, not 100% win rate even if you do. So yeah, go do Snowy in my opinion for rerolls and stuff, and I hope this helped out some of you. Thank you guys for watching.